Takes a little time to get going, set up that lag for some reason. Good morning. I'm Clarice Hi from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Friday! Yay! It's Friday. I got new earrings. They're made from beach plastic from the island. How cool. They're slowly expanding their goods. Now I've got a key ring. Did I show you my key ring? I got my coaster. I got my key ring. Oops. And now I've got earrings. Oh, nice, huh? Hi, Mandy. Hi, Val. Christine. Is Christine here? I can't see. I don't see a Christine name. Sometimes it takes a while to get through to me, to my end. You know. How is everyone this morning? You good? I'm good. I'm good this morning. I'm feeling good. Let's get some cards out. So I'm going to get some cards out for the collective, do a bit of channeling. And I'm also available for mini reads as well. So if you're wanting a question answered by your higher self, if you want me to get the red and green crystals out for you to get a yes or no answer, if you want guidance as well, of course I don't just say yes or no. I want to know all about it from your guides too. Then just check out that pinned comment, top of the live chat. It tells you how to do it. It's by donation. Thank you. Feeling cute. New makeup. This is the new palette. I did a wiping it away. Oh, I forgot to put one thing on. But I did a wiping away this morning instead of holding a tissue there. Just after I'd done it. Messy blendy. Then got a tissue, put a bit of micellar water on it and just wiped it away. That works pretty good. And that's fast. The Sentinel and Transcendence. We've got out. Protect yourself while you're transcending something. Protect yourself while something's changing. Hey, Karen, you're excited. Ooh. Oh, cool. Well, good to see you, Karen. We've got to protect ourselves while we're transcending something. Energy update was an interesting one today. Good to see you in here then, Karen. Join our Facebook group as well. It's called Psychic Cafe, No Muggles Allowed. Let's get a link for that. A link for the Facebook group. Oops, I don't know, I was doing something, but I didn't finish doing it. Here it is. That's our Facebook group. Join that too. Everyone can stay in touch when we're not live. Still getting sorted out. I got up super early as well. I was awake at like 4 o'clock. Wide awake. But I did go out and went and got these flowers. You can't see them. These flowers. Chicken's been in. She's been out. She's been back in again. And I had to walk around with her out there as well. It was a good energy update today, wasn't it? Yeah. And I feel like these cards have got something to do with it as well, because we've got to protect ourselves while we're in transition, is what I'm feeling. From old patterns of maybe diving in too soon, committing too soon, all those silly things that we used to do. Thinking it's our intuition, just going off feelings and all of that stuff that the guides have been telling us about. We've got to protect ourselves. We've got to be wary of ourselves in a way, and take things really slowly. Protect ourselves. Nothing wrong with that. And any decent human being will react nicely, will react kindly, will react well to someone that's protecting themselves. You know, it's only someone who wants to abuse you, who doesn't want you to have boundaries, that is going to respond badly to them. Right? So let's not be scared about that. Scaring people off by being slow. Let's not be scared of that. Christine, hello. I haven't seen you for ages. Hi, Penny. Flow. Go with the flow, but not stupid flow. We got the fool out twice in the energy update, and it literally was about that. Don't be a fool. Let's not be foolish, hey? Flow. Meet Zephyr. She's flexible, flowing, and gentle like a light wind. She intuitively responds to the rhythms of the world around her. When the door opens, she just walks through, easy as a breeze, like chicken cat having a wash. When the door closes, she circles eddies and finds a window to slip silently through. She blooms with the spring and knows how to let go with the fall. She's change, and she welcomes change. Her strength comes not through resistance, but through perfect flow, like a river, sculpting rocks, finding and making the space to keep moving. There's that, but then there's not being stupid as well, huh? Had a hard work week, huh? Whew. I had a hard exercise week. Let's get a goddess love out. Have you seen my new decks, Christine? I don't think you've been in for the unboxing and of all the new decks. Good to see you back. Let's get a goddess love out, or two, and the book. We've got shine. Hold your head high, it says. And enlightenment. Let goddess light fill you. Let's read them. Shine. 32. 32. I am getting much better at makeup. It's getting faster as well. I'm getting faster at doing it. Shine. It's just practice. It's like anything, isn't it? You got to practice. Shine. Hold your head high. Speaking in the morning's tricky as well. Inanna. Inanna. Inanna has been honored as a queen of the sky since ancient Sumerian times. Later, the Akkadians and Assyrians prayed to her as Ishtar. The Phoenicians loved her as Astarte, and the Greeks as Aphrodite. Her power and strength lives on through the millennia. She's goddess of the bright morning and evening star. See her shine. She comes to you now to remind you that you too are a bright, shining light. You have her timeless and limitless goddess power within you. She sees you and knows how brightly you can shine. Inanna stands her ground with independent pride and asks that you do the same. Hold your head high and speak your truth. Look out for her doves in your life. She may send them through the spirals. Doves! Oh my God, there's some that have just started hanging out down. There's a steep hill right outside of here. For me to go to the main road, I've got to go down a steep hill. It's quite taxing on my bike brakes. But there's some doves, so I go fast down it. There's some doves that have started hanging out right at the edge of it. So when I'm zooming down, they get startled and they fly out in front of me, and it's all mayhem every single day. I'm like, learn, doves, don't hang out there. It's a bad place to hang out. Anyway, doves. Look out for doves. I've seen them. They're not peaceful. They don't bring me peace. They bring me chaos. She may send them through the spirals of time to guide you. Yeah, thanks for that, but can you tell them to go now? Do not give away the qualities that make you unique in an attempt to be like others and blend in. Inanna loves your uniqueness. That which makes you different is the essence of her gift to you. Treasure her gift. Let her light shine through you. She'll give you the courage to be your true self. Embrace your unique beauty and shine. It's Inanna. Those damn doves. Anyone else got doves hanging around you? Yes, today's going to be an awesome day. Yeah, I think so too. I'm just putting none of that. We've got enlightenment as well, which is something that I don't really believe in. I believe in constant growth. Guides have never said that there's an end point. In fact, they've said that there isn't. But let's see what she's got to say about it. Well, the energy, yeah, I think it is going to be a good day. The energy update was really good. It was saying, like, slow yourself down, make sure that you get extra information about it, but there does seem to be something good coming in. Be still, sweet one. For Goddess comes to enlighten you. There are times when darkness seems to envelop you, but do not be afraid. For out of the darkness comes a light that is brighter than you've ever known. It's the light of Bridget's fire. It's the fire of passion, creativity, and courage. The fire of the forge that can transform and create. It's the fire with a center of pure white light, a place of serenity and peace. Goddess calls you to give her your darkness so her fire can consume it. The native. Must be a native here. The very small ones here. I presume the doves. They look something like that. Give her the parts of your life that need reshaping, and she'll transform them. Let her power enlighten you. Her pure love is ever expanding. Feel yourself embraced by its light and let her lead you back to the source. The ancient sacred symbol of the mandorla, also known as Vesica Pisces, never heard of it, or Vesica Pisces, in this picture represents balance, union, and creation. Oh, I lost my space. And the spirals are a symbol of the expansive abundance of Goddess, and also your journey back to her. Look out for these symbols in your life and know that Goddess is always with you, guiding you back to the light. Even in your darkest moments, remember that the divine flame of Goddess perpetually burns in your heart. Call to her and she'll tend to the flame, causing it to burn ever brighter, to enlighten your spirit and fill you with love. And singing. When I have days like that, Christine, I listen to, or I have days like that when I hear this is going to be the best day of my life. So, love it. So, yeah, it's a joyful time right now. I feel it too. So they've got this new initiative here. It's great. Like this resort that I live in, biggest dive resort in the world, and they've done some great things while we're all kind of locked down and stuff isn't happening. They've kept it going. They've kept the staff going, and they've just been cleaning, like really clearing the land and making it really nice. Like there was a bit of like waste. There's quite a lot. There have been quite a lot of wasteland because it's a huge resort. They've been clearing all that up, putting grass there, installing wooden swings, and just making it really nice. Thanks, Liz. They're made from beach plastic, like this coaster that I've got. Plastic from the beach here on Koh Tao. They make plant pots, they make coasters, they make key rings, and now earrings. Aren't they cool? I love them. Thank you for that. They also had more of these rings, obviously made by the same person, but there's one that's like a mermaid's tail with some real, I've got to go back with thousands of baht and buy a couple of rings for myself. I got this ring from there too. I'm very green today. I'm a mermaid. Yeah, I don't really get what the message is yet, so let's get the Book of Shadows out. Do this. Tarot. Let's get into the tarot. I'll give you a change of scenery. And you can see chicken cat. You can see, let's move it a little bit. I'm having problems with, I'm having problems this morning one part of me being late was I was desperate for the toilet. That was one. But while I was desperate for the toilet, I was trying to get it's still not good, the tripod to stand straight, and it just will not. It will not stand straight. It's leaning. It's got a lean, big lean. Isn't it? It's a great way to recycle. It's mostly made of bottle tops, like water bottle tops. That seems to be their preferred plastics to make these things from. It's cool because when tourists come back, I was telling you about that. But when tourists come back, which is soon, because we've pretty much, I think we're 85% vaccinated, double vaccinated on this island now. And Thailand just announced yesterday that we're opening the borders back up on the 1st of November, so tourists can come. As long as you're vaccinated, fully vaccinated, you can come without quarantine, which is fantastic. We need it back. But yeah, the resort has been getting ready. And they've got this new initiative. I had to find out because, I said that I saw Mr. Hanson the other day up there. There's been people there every single day when I've gone past, like, what are they doing? They're all learning something, and it's all locals. What are you learning? So I asked him yesterday, and it's what they're going to do is when the tourists come back, they're going to offer this guided walks from this resort, and Mr. Hanson's going to do it. Evening walks they are. And so they've been learning about the wildlife that you see in the evenings, and where they're going to take these people and the whole spiel and everything. So they've been going there every day and learning it. Predominantly taxi drivers, which is interesting because obviously they need taxi drivers, load their car up, take the people to where they're going to start the walk, and then do the walk with them and be the whole guide thing. You'll love that. I think it's a great initiative. So they're training them all up at the moment, ready. Like, it's going to be so good when tourists come back, especially this resort. They've really got the place looking incredible now. So good. And things like this, They haven't been lazy. Like a lot of places just shut down or have just been running on minimum, but they kept this place going and, just new initiatives. It's great. They've certainly got the money to do that, which I guess a lot of places don't. Gotta love abundance, huh? Gotta love abundance. It's just, can do great things with it. Who have we got here? The Crone of Earth. Wow. Isn't it? Isn't it cool? I'm gonna have to go on one of them. Crash it. But anyway, he's exhausted. Wow, he's exhausted because he's been getting up early in the morning, training me, dashing. We haven't been doing our ab workouts as usual. It's because he's been dashing to go to class here, and then he's been in class all day, and then arriving back to train me right as class finishes. It's been like class. We train until about 9:30, 10. Class starts at 10, finishes at 4. Training starts at 4. So we've been dashing back. He's exhausted. And then after training, been going on these walks to learn where they're going and everything. Anyway, once he's ready, he'll be ready. Crone of Earth. So these cards are slightly different than Tarot. Slightly different. Crones is like one of the court cards. Let me try and find her. Here we go. Crone. The Crone of Earth lays the earth to rest. Even the earth must regenerate, and there's time for everything in this life, including death. The tangible world, our mother and our teacher, solid, practical. The manifestation of our thoughts and feelings. The earth supplies food for all parts of the human experience, body, mind, and soul. It engages and delights in all of our senses. Earth gives physical form to our spiritual journey and helps us connect concretely to the wheel of life. From the promise of birth and spring through blossoming, fruition and harvest to the final pause of death and decay until the cycle begins anew. We see and experience the cycle on the physical as well as spiritual planes. We focus on the element of earth when we seek security, boundaries, sensuality, growth, abundance, and pleasure. Earth provides stability and grounds us. It provides us strength and gives us somewhere to release unneeded or inappropriate energy. Earth is a very comfortable elemental. Be careful not to get too comfortable or stagnation may set in. So the crone says it's time to give something up, let something go. It's like the death and rebirth card. Oops, sorry. Kick the chicken. Yeah, it's like death card. Crone. It's good, isn't it? Because we get wise. Oh, cool. That's a great way to celebrate the new year, Christine. Yeah, I'm going to have to go on one of these walks. After all, I've lived in this resort for 4 years. I'm sure I'm allowed to go on those walks with them. That'll be fun. I'll distract him. Yeah, so I wonder if they've been learning the English to do it. Specific English. Because otherwise, I mean, we wouldn't have to go to school every day. It's been days now. Just for that stuff. Snakes. It says snakes. Snakes, bats, birds. What else? Snake walks. Got the 6 of fire. We had him before, didn't we? Did we? We had the 7 of fire, Uranus. 6 of fire, Saturn. Yes, we did have Saturn before. We've had this dude before. While Jupiter is the life of the party, Saturn's reputation is less favourable. Known for challenges, restrictions, hard work, Saturn's benefits are often overlooked. Saturn rules our ambitions, goals, career, achievements, and long-term plans. These are all worthy things that often shape our lives to a significant degree. With achievements comes kudos and recognition, but with Saturn, these are all hard won, and it is the winning of them that Saturn's true gifts given. Oh. Our journey towards realizing our ambitions is filled with serious choices, including how we deal with authority figures and obstacles. We confront structures and restrictions and must determine how we face them, overcome them, or work within them. Through this, we gain experience and wisdom. Life lessons are taught and learned or repeated if they're not learned. The 6 of fire brings a conservative, serious energy. Situations must be reviewed and analysed, and decisions made with calculating precision. It's the message today for sure. Got to be precise about it. Get more information. Give ourselves time to get that information. Don't jump in. For what happens now will determine future trends. Much can be won, but not without a cost. The shadow side of this card indicates the building of walls and retreat. Yeah, and that was a warning that I said in the energy update. Don't run. Have boundaries, but small boundaries. Like, yes, we can chat for an hour. But instead of like, no, slam the door kind of thing. Not those kind of boundaries, not complete shut it out boundaries. Yeah. Fear of failure overwhelms the desire to succeed. So why would we have extreme boundaries like that instead of flowing with it and finding out more information and taking it slowly? It's because of fear of rejection, or fear of abandonment, or fear of it not working out, or fear of failure. Then we've got the 5 of earth. This looks very promising. 5 of earth. Where's the earth? 5 of earth. I don't know what age people put me at. I'm not 50. Boundaries. 5 of Earth, mountains and waterfall. It's very refreshing, very, very refreshing energy, this card. I'm feeling it straight from the card. Mountains are formed by intense power. They're thrust upward by the meeting of continental plates formed by molten metal and stone erupting from deep within the earth, or by huge glaciers carving and depositing great quantities of earth as they move. Looking at them, though, we're struck by majesty, sheer size, and sense of immobility. Water, usually a passive, softly flowing element, gains momentum and strength as it passes over the mountain and falls back down to the earth. It, in fact, has become as powerful and destructive as a falling boulder. The very water that gains its strength from the mountain slowly erodes the mountain, wearing it down ever so slowly. Eventually, the water will win this long battle. The 5 of Earth illustrates lengthy scenarios. Whatever's going on will not resolve quickly. There's that slowness again. The situation started much earlier than you may think and will continue longer. There are ways to gain strength and eventually achieve your goals through patient consistency. That's why we got the flow card out. I like waterfalls. The shadow side of this card indicates that you're giving up too soon or becoming too distracted. Instead of constant steps forward, you're taking 1 step forward and then 2 steps back, or leaping forward, then getting scared and like, it's not working. Especially around relationships, like leaping into relationships, this is what I'm realizing is that narcissists love that. That's what narcissists want to do. They want to leap into a relationship. They want to love bomb. But sometimes empaths can do that same thing. That's why they're so susceptible to it. Can leap into a relationship too fast. Based on intuition, which we know now isn't really intuition. In that case, it's feelings. It's feelings based on familiarity. And so the empath can think, oh, this is great, someone straight away. That's exactly right for me. Only they're not, are they? Then it goes downhill when you get to know them. And then we've got this fella again. He's been at before. The 5 of Fire. Hunky. 5 of Fire. The water will win out in the end, is what I just got from that past card. 5 of Fire. It's Jupiter. Jupiter's like everyone's favourite uncle. Was your favourite uncle like that? Whew. Generous, fun and charming. He's known as the great benefactor. He always surrounded by a crowd who bask in the favours flowing in his wake. Jupiter is a large planet and astrologically packs a big punch. Jupiter represents expansion, growth, progress and abundance. Although often associated with material good luck, Jupiter also blesses our lives in other ways, bringing joy, faith, inspiration and understanding. Understanding. All of these experiences usually lead to a healthy optimism that encourages us to expand our worlds with new experiences such as traveling, networking, or taking classes. The 5 of Fire in a reading lets us know that good things are afoot and to enjoy them. Whatever lucky break comes our way is a gift which can be enjoyed for its own sake alone, or it can be parlayed into something even greater. Use the happiness and optimism that the gift generates to create even more good luck by seeking out even more experiences. Nice. The shadow side of this card suggests wasting such gifts in gratitude or blowing something out of proportion. Let's not do that. Yes. Again, I'm referring back to the energy update because it's got these energies in it, in that something's going to surprise and delight us. Something that we would have jumped in on and gone, hell yeah, had we not have learned what we've learned lately. This time we've got to take it slowly. We've got to be wary. We've got to ask more questions. Like when you go to a job interview, they ask you all of these questions, and then at the end, if they're a good interviewer anyway, they'll say, have you got any questions? And if old you would have said, oh, no questions, just accepting whatever they'll throw you away, as in starved of love, and so if they offer it you, you're going to say yes to it without being picky yourself. Then new you needs to say, yes, I have got a lot of questions because I'm very picky. And I need to make sure that this job and all of you people are right for me. And so asking all those questions. So in an interview or a date, it's the same thing as an interview. Ask lots of questions. We've just got to realize that is that, like fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, all of those things, it's essentially one problem, which is a lack of love, feeling a lack of love. And when we do that, we can jump in too soon. So let's not do that this time. Let's take it really slowly. And ask lots of questions, and not be scared of asking lots of questions, and not be scared of standing up for ourselves, you know? And we don't need to have these like massive boundaries, like hiding away like a hermit. Well, sometimes we do, but if we want to let that love in, we've got to open up our boundaries, but have smaller boundaries, like asking questions, like going on a date and only giving them an hour. You know, even if you've got nothing to do, make up an excuse, say you've got something to do in an hour's time. Just stuff like that. Be very wary now when it comes to men. Yeah, it's a good thing to be. Most of them are dickheads. Like, seriously, they are. Sometimes it gets me down, but it's not about us. It's about them. Get some more cards out for this deck. Wow, this one's good. 8 of Wands. I like that. And the 8. Oh, 2 8s. Let's have another 8. Nope, we haven't got another 8. Got the Tower. Oh no. She's smashing stuff. 8 of Wands, then the 8 of Swords, and then the Tower. That's not a good progression. Look at the symbolism. This is like, yeah, I love that energy. Look at this. Wow. And then this. Not so good, hey? We've all been there, like, ugh. And then she's that mad. She's turned into lava. And she's smashing shit. I like smashing things. If I'm angry, I like to smash things. Or I think about smashing things. I don't necessarily smash things because I don't want to smash my own stuff and I don't want to smash anyone else's. I think about smashing stuff. So the 8 of Wands, I love this energy though. Wow, look at that. Is that a butterfly in a pot there? No. Powerful. 8 of Wands from the So Below deck. Wow, almost opened it at the right page. 9 of Wands. Come on, click. Eight of Wands. The woman here has created her circle and called on God and Goddess and the quarters. She has raised the energy. She has the skill and experience to direct it. All of this is second nature to her. She's able to do it so quickly, so effortlessly, that she makes it look easy. Wow. Divinatory meaning is swift, control movement bringing a desired result. Reversed is chaotic events and a wrench in the machinery, sabotage. She's flowing with ease there, and she's powerful too. She's just got it. She knows what she's doing. Self-assured. She's fabulous, huh? And then what happened? The Eight of Swords. Oh no. What happened to her? She's not feeling like that anymore. What? She's been figuring something out on the wall and she's just like, can't do it. This woman is in a complex situation. She's gathered all the facts, or so she thinks. She's gathered all the facts, or so she thinks. You know what it is. Even if we do this today, gathering the facts, asking lots of questions and all of that, we think it's going to get us to a point of clarity. But will we ever get there? Will we ever get to that clarity that we want? Will we ever have enough information for it to be a 100% yes? No, it's not ever going to get there. Anyway, this woman is in a complex situation. She's gathered all the facts, or so she thinks. She put them on a whiteboard there. She has devised complicated hypotheses and plans, yet they all seem to lead nowhere. Or even worse, they make a bad situation even more impossible. Divinatory meaning here is not knowing how to solve a problem or diffuse a negative situation. Everything attempted makes things worse. Oh God, no wonder she looks like that. Okay. So now we get warned of not overdoing it. Don't think too much. Don't ask too many questions. Don't try and get too many guarantees, because that's your fears. It's never easy, is it? It's never straightforward. And then they got the Tower. Where's the Tower? Oh, it's in the back. Of course it is. Tower. There's a warning here. Warning, warning. Oh, they're not in order. Yes, they are. The Tower. You're not going to be able to stay the whole reading. No worries. The Tower, like lightning striking, unexpected changes seem to come out of nowhere with no warning. In their wake, they leave the world altered forever and looking like quite a mess. An unexpected event that changes everything. Trying to avoid something by denial or delay, leading to increased turmoil. Oh God, we've got two warnings here, right? We've got to make sure that we're not delaying. And we've got to make sure that we're not trying to find out so much information before we'll make a move out of fear. It's never simple, is it? And so sometimes we're sabotaging ourselves with this. Sometimes we're delaying and it's going to make it worse. Sometimes we're trying to get guarantees. But sometimes it's a good thing slowing down and getting more information if we've been used to diving in. Sometimes we're used to diving in, and then if we think about slowing things down, we think, oh, I'm sabotaging myself and I'm doing this stuff. But we're not. And then sometimes we close down too strong boundaries and we think that we justify it by saying, "No, I'm taking it slowly. I'm gathering information," but you're not you're not doing anything. So that's why the flow cards have come out. It's always about balance. If there was just like one guidance for everyone, it would be great, wouldn't it? But it's always about balance. And finding that balance is tricky. We've gathered wisdom, the crown of earth, and something needs to end, yes. It's like we know what to do. We second guess. We second guess ourselves so much. You know, am I taking it too far? Are my boundaries too much? Am I completely closed down? Am I open enough? Am I all of that stuff that we do to ourselves? Then we think, okay, so I'll go with the flow more. You think, you go with the flow, and you're like, well, does that mean I just accept what's in front of me? Is that what going with the flow means? Well, sometimes yes, sometimes no. That's the problem, isn't it? It's just sometimes. Anyone want a mini read? All quiet today. It's all quiet on the mini read front. Oh, I didn't get the other cards out. Hang on. I'll get them right now. Some of this. I might do one of those Celtic Cross tarot readings every week. That was really popular. Today, the pick a card read that I'm going to record is what can you expect in the next 7 days? I'm going to do one of those each week. Perhaps that's my Friday thing. Although I prefer to do a love reading on the weekends. I just forgot to do what you can expect in the next 7 days on Monday or Wednesday. Just because people watch more videos at the weekend and the love reads are more popular. Let's get more cards out. Karen, just check that pinned comment up the top of the live chat there. Comment that's pinned up top, that tells you how to get one. By donation, there's a PayPal link in there, which is my preferred method, but you can use Super Chat, Super Sticker as well. Super Chat or Super Sticker. And if you've got a question for your higher self, put a capital Q at the start of your comment so that I can find it. Or you can just get general guidance. Hi, Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. See you, Christine. Have a good day. I hope it's as excellent as you expect it to be. Oh, this is looking good. The Sun and the Ten of Wands. I mean, the Sun's looking very good. Ten of Wands, I like the tens. I do. I like the tens because it's the end of something. It's especially the Ten of Wands, putting the burdens down. Just good. Good. Yeah, have a good weekend too. See you on Monday. The Sun. Let's start with the Sun. 19. When the sun shows up in a reading, it's time to acknowledge your wonderful blessings. It's an expansive, love-filled radiance that indicates a joyous time in your life. Oh, my doctor started coming training last 2 days in the afternoons. That's a bit weird. Well, he's trained with me before, but that was before he was my doctor. Now he's my doctor. In fact, there was a lot of doctors there day before yesterday. A lot of them, they all showed up at the same time. Or with their Kotow Hospital t-shirts on. Funny. Along with a renewed sense of abundance, you've reached a higher state of consciousness. And the mood of the island is better too. It's like, because a lot of people were sick with that second vaccination, but everyone's kind of come out of that now. It seems to be men worse than women. But and now there's this renewed sense of, right, now we're ready to open up, you know. Anyway, back to the sun. Love-filled radiance that indicates a joyous time in your life, along with a renewed sense of abundance. You've reached a higher state of consciousness, and it's a good sign that medical staff are coming training as well. It means that it's eased up on them now. Got less to do. Along with a renewed sense of abundance, you've reached a higher state of consciousness. This elevates your inner growth and connects you with the divine light of Source. The sun also reflects the positive approaches you take in how you choose to interact with people around you. You're succeeding in new and vibrant ways and are able to pour all of your enthusiasm and vitality into your dreams. The big square one. The big square one. Oh, big square one. Hey, Timothy. What big square one? You mean this? You mean the tarot? The Book of Shadows tarot. As above, so below. The as above deck are the first cards that I got out, which is slightly different than tarot. It's based on pagan beliefs. And the so below cards are like the normal tarot. Is that the one you mean? Is that big and square? Or are you talking about these ones? There's two, not square. They look like they make up a square. Ah, those ones. It's this deck. There's a link for it in the description box of this video or whenever I use these cards. Goddess Love Oracle by Wendy Andrew. It's a noob. Noob to me anyway. I quite like it. Nice on the back too. Cute cards. Oh, it's taken me ages to read the sun card out. The sun also reflects the positive approaches you take in how you choose to interact with people around you. You're succeeding in new and vibrant ways and are able to pour all of your enthusiasm and vitality into your dreams. When you resonate this way, it's only natural that more light will shine down upon you and the ones you love. Bask in this healing transformational energy. It's guided you this far. How can I maintain this positive mindset and approach to life? Am I ready to receive the payoff for all that I've worked for? Am I ready to acknowledge the light in myself and others? Yeah. I'm ready to acknowledge the dark in myself and others as well. Additional meanings are happy relationships, warmth, pleasure, sincerity, good health, joy, accomplishment, success, abundance, celebrating your inner child. Isn't that amazing? I love it. They are nice, hey? Yeah, there's a link in the, well, all of the decks that I use, I think, are in the description box for the Psychic Cafe show, because I don't know, I might use any of them in here. Thank you, Karen, for your donation. You got a question, Karen, for your reading? Did I miss it? You just want general guidance, you can have general guidance. Oh, someone's using a pestle and mortar. They're making either curry paste or papaya salad. 10 of Wands. Put the burdens down now. I'm feeling like we can put the burdens down now. I think this is what it's saying. It's like we've reached a level of wisdom where we don't need to keep on questioning ourselves all the time. When we're in a transition phase, well, we've got to protect ourselves when we're in transformation, when we're in transition phase, for sure. We've got to be wary of ourselves when we're just out of an issue that we've been repeated, and when we've figured out or realized something about it. In that transition phase, yeah, we've got to be wary of ourselves and protect ourselves for sure. But then we've got to make the new thing a habit and then trust ourselves more. I think that's what this is saying. We've got to trust ourselves more. 10 of Wands. I'll be right with you, Karen, after this 10 of Wands. So, 10 of Wands. After all you've achieved, you may feel overburdened by responsibilities. finding yourself overworked or off balance. Your initial aspirations and creative ideas may seem faded from your present. Your initial aspirations and creative ideas may seem faded from your present situation. Maybe a good time to accept help from others and prioritize what is truly necessary. I'm really noticing Mercury retrograde, not in anything else apart from me being able to speak. It's so tricky. It's really tricky. I don't think I've ever remembered it, a Mercury retrograde being so hard to speak before. How are you gaining wisdom from your actions? What can you remove or cut out in order to reduce some of the pressure on yourself? Yeah, I think this is about hyper awareness of a past situation and when is the right time to let go of it and trust ourselves. Because when we're in these intense learning periods, yeah, we've got to be wary and we've got to protect ourselves and be aware of it to not get back in those patterns. But once we get to a certain point, when can we let go and flow and trust again? When? Oh, Mr. Bowers, you couldn't talk either. It's like, yeah, I'll answer the phone for you. Blah, blah, blah. It's really hard. It's hard making videos during this time. And if I manage to get my words out, my throat starts closing up and I start croaking instead, along with the frogs. Frogs are happy at the moment. It's rainy season there. Oh, I don't much like it. It takes my mood down. All right. Right, Karen. Let's do you. General for Karen. Karen's here for the first time. She made it. Where are you, Karen, in the world? Where in the world are you? Okay. Write a letter. There might be a few letters to write here. You've got guilt about something. Oh, I've got ear pain. You've got guilt about something. It might be more than one situation here. We don't necessarily need to, you need to express something, get it out of you, otherwise that guilt is going to stay within you. And one way of doing that is to confront the people involved or whatever and apologize. It's one way of doing it, not the only way of doing it. Sometimes we can't do that because they've already passed on. Well, we can actually. I find it easier to talk with people that have passed on than when they're in their human form. Got way more clarity. But for most, no, it's harder. But anyway, even so, it's not the only way. And like there's some situations where you don't want to do that. You don't want to sort it out with somebody because maybe they're a narcissist or an abuser or whatever, and you just always just don't want to go there. This is a way of doing it. You can write a letter to them without sending it to them, and then you can get everything out that you want to get out. It's a good thing about writing a letter, I find. Writing things down rather than speaking them, it can be, you can release a lot more because when you're speaking things out, you tend to leave stuff out, Got longer to think about it when you're writing it down. There's just something about writing as well, it's different. It's like my channel readings and the written readings are different mediums. Anyway, you need to write someone a letter. Now it's reminding me, I wrote a book which I didn't publish and I probably will never publish because it was a catharsis for me. And in that book were letters. I ended the book with a letter, one to each of my parents and one to my brother. And they were quite something. That's what I'm saying. It's like the book is a catharsis, so I don't think I'll publish it. but you need to do something really similar, a catharsis. And it's because it's not just guilt, is what I'm getting here. Feeling guilty about something, but I feel that a lot of the feelings that you need to get out in these letters are from other people's guilt too, of your, what happened to you in those situations. So there's a lot of kind of release stuff to be done here through writing letters. Heavy Kansas. Oh, it's going to unlock something in you. Passion. And you're feeling good enough. Okay, so it's making you not feel good enough. It's not making you feel good enough. No, it's making you not feel good enough. And if you release that energy through writing those letters, and don't send them. Because when things are like, you know what it's like, it stays in us and it goes around and around in our heads, or that energy just remains with us. We've got to get it out somehow into the 3D, into the material plane, by speaking it or writing it down. Writing's a good way of doing it. Anyway, it's going to unleash your passion, because it's causing this I'm not good enough kind of an energy. Guilt, when we've got guilt, and I really feel like it's not your guilt to bear. Some things, yeah, but sometimes, like, if we're victims of something, sometimes we can feel guilty about it because we didn't manage to fix that situation. We can believe, like, some religious teachings or some, like, law of attraction teachings, that it was all us, and that can make us feel guilty. And that's kind of what I'm picking up in you, Karen, is that there's yes, there's some guilt there, but there's other stuff there as well, and it's not necessarily all guilt, you know. But write those letters, because it's going to unleash something in you. Thank you, Mandy. You got a question, Mandy? So it's like, find out information, but not too much. Have boundaries, but not too many. Go with the flow, but, like, don't. Really clear, isn't it? Yeah, go with the flow, but be careful. That's what the guidance is. It's like, go, but stop. Go for it, but hold yourself back. You're welcome. That was very fast. Can I take them? Empress on the bottom of the deck. I love that energy. Empress energy. It's just so powerful, empowered, and well respected, and all of that. I love that energy. Got the Star. Eight of Swords. Again. Eight of Swords. And Nine of Cups. He looks like a happy chappy. He's very pleased with himself there. Look at all my cups. It reminds me of a school picture when someone's really pleased, when your kid's really pleased with themselves. Don't send them though. Yeah, don't send it. That's why I'm not going to publish that book. That was a catharsis for me. There's only one person ever read that book. He cried. It doesn't need to be out in the world, that one. But it needed to be out of me, that's for sure. It's got a chilling name too. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It might be triggering. Um, okay, the star. There's something healing about this. And I kept on saying it as well in the energy update. Because the star came out twice there. The fan's making my eye water just a little bit in the corner there. Star, where are you? Can't find it. Isn't it the moon? There it is. Astrology. Astrology. Astrology, huh? Peace. Inspiration, renewal, positivity. Peace. Those doves. Oh, I don't know. Who was it? It was her. Sending those doves. To signify peace, but the doves that I've got in my life are not giving me peace at all. They're freaking me out. And they're flappy, they're very flappy. Those kind of birds that smack their wings together when they get startled because I'm riding by them. It's not peaceful at all. It's almost like it's shaking me out of, oh, that's what it could be. Shaking me out of my peace. A little bit too peaceful. Maybe a little bit too defensive. Too many boundaries. Yes, very well could be that. When the star comes up in a reading, it signifies peace and new inspiration. This card is a good omen. A new optimism is in the air. You have inspiration and positivity on your side right now, and this is your time to shine. Be sure to be in tune with your physical and spiritual self. The star is asking for some peace and tranquility right now. You have a new outlook about your life at this current time, or you will very soon. Someone may need your optimism, caring persona, or advice at this time. So help whenever it is necessary. The star can indicate creative success and self-expression. I do feel this upturn in energies. I feel like there is an optimism. It kind of feels like spring energy. First day of spring, where you feel like opening the windows again and all of that. Even though that's certainly not the season that most of us are headed into now. Some of you are. Yeah, it feels like a transitioning out of a transition time. Does that make sense? We've learned something about ourselves, and we've had to be very diligent in not doing what we always used to do, being wary of our old patterns. But this seems to be saying, well, maybe it's time to come out of that now. Eight of Swords, because we're not imprisoned by it. You know, this card always means that. It means that we're not imprisoned by it. We think that we are, but we're not. Trapped, restricted, anxiety, powerless, blinded, hopeless, weight loss. Just like throwing a random thing there. Oh, they're all so similar, right? Trapped, restricted, anxiety, powerless, blinded, hopeless, and then weight loss. When the Eight of Swords comes up in a reading, it can signify feeling trapped. At this time, you may feel restricted or bound, as if your hands are tied and you're unable to get free. It signifies fear and feeling hopeless. Yeah, like I was saying, the fears. Maybe we're just going too far now. You may be going through a crisis right now. Yikes. I'm not able to figure out how to get out of a situation. Although this card is suggesting troubling times, it's also stating that you are the one binding yourself down by your own negative thoughts and fear. So you know how I was saying, like, fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, all of those things. It's just, it's the same thing. It's a lack of having felt love. How do we sort that out? Self-love. Have you been doing that? Right now you need a big. Right now you need a bit of hope and a lot of trust in yourself. That's it. You need to trust ourselves. So this is all about balance. Have you gone too far with your boundaries, or are you asking too many questions trying to get guarantees? Or are you flowing? Are you flowing too much? Are you not as, we need to trust ourselves. We need to tune in and trust ourselves that we're not ever going to be perfectly balanced. We're going to swing one way or another, but we need to recognize that and be able to bring ourselves back and trust ourselves that we can do that, and we can do that, especially if you've experienced two sides of it. And I think this is saying that we've experienced two sides of it now. It's probably why the crown of earth came out, because it's time to stop something now. Yeah, to get off that roller coaster. We've been living one extreme, maybe our whole life, and then we realize it, and then we go to the other extreme, and then we need to get ourselves to that balance. And that's what it's saying now, is get ourselves to that balance and trust ourselves. Had your windows open for a week? I don't. It's too many mosquitoes. Oh my God, there was so many mosquitoes yesterday. It makes it kind of fun at training because we can smack each other and say mosquito. You got to check everyone else for mosquitoes here and kill them. It's hard to do it on yourself. Mandy, general guidance. Let's take a break because I'm finding that really heavy energy. It's not. It's light energy, but it's a lot of work, isn't it? Trying to find that balance in ourselves. And the fear kicks in because to me is, yeah, I'm too closed down. I get it. I need to open up more. I feel it. Yeah, but still, I'm like, but these boundaries have been really good for me. I know, but then I'm not going to get what I want, right? The windows get opened here and the door gets left open when the staff come in to clean my room, which was yesterday, twice a week. Otherwise, I'm in and out as fast as I can because the mosquitoes, they hang out right outside that door. They know what they're doing. They know how to get in. Anyway, Mandy. Knowing, be still, keep quiet. Ooh. Oh, okay. So, intuitively, you know something about someone, but I'm getting from this that that person doesn't know it about themselves. And just because we intuitively know something about someone doesn't mean that we are necessarily the person to blurt it out to them. Sometimes it's for us to know so that we know something about that person, because that's got something to do with how we handle them. Not, in other words, sometimes we get intuition because we're a messenger, yeah, and we can tell that person, we can give that person some information. And then sometimes we get intuition about someone else for our own good, and it's not to tell that person because they're not ready to receive it anyway. And if you do say it, then they're going to retaliate. It's going to trigger them. Not ready to hear it. So yeah, someone is not ready to hear it, but you've got a knowing about them. So if this is like a relationship that we're talking, like a romantic relationship we're talking about, I'm not sure that it is, but if it is, if you know something about someone, but they are still in the process of, you just need to leave them to it. Be still, keep quiet, leave them to it, leave them to that revelation themselves. The higher self will get them there themselves. Tell us more about this. Yeah, trust that person. Do you know who I'm talking about, Mandy? Trust that person to do it themselves and like get on with your own stuff. Sometimes you're the messenger, sometimes you're not. I remember having these lessons years ago when I was doing massage. I used to get, of course, read their energy while I was doing a massage, and I'd get information. I used to blurt it out sometimes. I had some bad responses to that. Some people were open to it, some people weren't. Some people just came for a massage. They told me to stop. I don't want to talk about this. I just want a massage. Okay. Oops. You know? This is saying like, get on with your own stuff. Like, it's for you. That information is for you to know. You're not always the teacher. Sometimes it's better to say nothing. So yeah, it's for you. I mean, and that's a big thing that comes up in a lot of readings is your life is your own, your energy is your own. The gifts that you've got is for your benefit. And sometimes when we've got these gifts, we think it's for everyone else. It's like someone on my YouTube channel put a comment last night saying they want to find a practitioner or something to get help in whatever area. And then the next comment they put was, and they want to teach it to other people. It's like, hold on. You do it for yourself first before you decide you want to teach it. You know, sometimes that's a justification. Sometimes it's a feeling of we're not good enough. Like it's not enough for us just to get benefit of something. For us to receive something, we have to like bargain with the universe. Oh yeah, okay, give me this healing or give me this information. I will use it to help other people because like I'm not worthy myself. Yeah, lack of self-worth kind of thing that shows up. So I'm just feeling like there's something around that there, Andy, in you. You are appreciated. You don't always have to be the helper, the teacher, the messenger. Just do your own stuff. Do you? When you're a nail tech, you'd automatically know things about the client. Hard to keep your mouth shut. Yeah, and you know what? I learned to shut down completely. And then I went to the UK at one point, and I was at this hair salon. They had a spa. I wouldn't call it a spa. They just had like 2 treatment rooms there, and you know a beautician that worked there. And I asked to use the other treatment room, and I was given massage and stuff. But I was only there for a short time. It was just a pop up massage shop kind of thing in this salon. And so, but to get the word out there, they had one of those kneeling massage chairs, you know, the ones that you sit and then you lean forward on it. They had one of those. So I took it outside and started giving people shoulder massages outside until it rained, and then I brought it inside. But there was this one time, just like 5-minute shoulder massages. I was massaging this lady, totally shut down to doing any, like I was offering readings too, but if I was given a massage, I was just given a massage. If I was given a reading, I was just given a reading, right? It's not massaging them when you give them a reading. So why start reading them when you're giving them a massage? And anyway, she said, "Are you a healer?" I said, "Yes." She said, "I can feel it." And she actually coaxed it out of me. She's like, "Are you picking anything up off me?" I said, "Yes." She's like, "Well, why aren't you telling me?" I've learned not to. And that was, you know, it's this kind of an energy too that the reading has been saying about. No, when we're taking our boundaries too far, trust ourselves. Really hard not to say something, right? But we have to. It's like the realization when we realize someone's a narcissist in our lives. That's for us to know. It's literally for us to know, not for anyone else. You talk to them about it, you talk to anyone else about it, you're doing the wrong thing. That is the worst thing to do. definitely don't do that. Then we got the Nine of Cups. So we could be like restricting ourselves where we shouldn't be restricting ourselves anymore, because we've learned from that. Nine of Cups. What time is it? Happiness, joy, wishes, rewards, confidence, optimism. Yay! When the Nine of Cups comes up in a reading, it can indicate a very positive omen. As shown as the wishes card, right now there may perhaps be a few wishes come true for you. If you've recently been through a painful, hard time, this Nine of Cups is telling you to put that behind you. Yes, because now is the time for joy and happiness. Now would be a good time to start something new, because this card can indicate triumph as well. Don't think that any efforts or accomplishments will go unnoticed. This card also signifies recognition. Very nice energy. See, the energies are really coming good. Something that just popped into my head there was something that came up for me a couple of days ago. So, Mr. Handsome, not happy. Something up with his energy. So he's interacting with me differently. And my go-to original, I could feel it, I was aware of it, but inside of me I was making it about me. And it's like, oh, why is he treating me differently now? What's wrong? Has he given up on me? Is it, this, is it that? And I knew that I was doing it. That's the thing. I knew that I was doing it. I talked to my friend about it. I'm like, this is what's going on in my head. I'm making it about me, and I know better than that. I know it's not about me. Very unlikely to be about me. Anyway, I'm well aware of that, but that doesn't stop the feelings of that's what I was going through. Especially because I get so much energy from him usually, and I was getting nothing. Like nothing. And I'm like, oh no, what's wrong? My friend said, you've got to ask him. I'm like, I will. And so I did. What's wrong? I'm really tired. Why? Working too much. Learning this thing. I'm like, yeah, what is going on now? And he told me. So it's just a short-term thing. I'm like, you got to look after yourself. And it's like, yeah, it's short-term. I just got to do this for now. Okay. Whew, it's not me then. And then when I saw him later, he was still grumpy. Not grumpy, just no energy for me. I don't like that. What else? What time is it? What else? I don't want to continue with the tarot. I'm saying that I'm on repeat. I'm saying the same things. So let's get some love. Let's get a little loving out. I can't remember what the love cards were in the energy update today. Maybe I will very soon. This one. I think the reason that this energy is heavy for me is because it's really significant for me personally, having broken those cycles. After constantly through my life questioning myself of, am I open enough? Realizing then that I was just way too open, and how to have boundaries and all of that. Such a big thing for me that now the energies are saying, okay, now's the time to open up. It's like, ooh, Are you sure? It still seems dangerous to me. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Let's hope so. Love conquers and transforms all things. When you pass from this world, you'll take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you've shared with those you love. Experiences. And this one. Look deep within your heart and you'll feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Pretty eyes. Star's got pretty eyes. Really beautiful eyelashes. Like my eldest son, he's got beautiful eyelashes. Ridiculous. When he was a baby, people used to think he was a girl. Like these gorgeous lashes. It's like, no, it's not fair, is it? Beautiful eyelashes. Okay. What else? Oh, I know. Spirit animals. Let's do spirit animals. Anyone else want a mini read before I'm done? I'm feeling like I'm done soon. I'm getting a bit tired. Wonder why. It's these energies. It's wearing me out. I got myself in a really comfortable rut. And as much as I want things to progress, there's a part of me that doesn't. There's a part of me that really likes where it is right now. And the trouble that comes along with the good stuff. Not necessarily feeling ready for that yet. Giraffe spirit, see the big picture. This is about it being about us. Seeing the bigger picture, about our growth. It's not about our comfort or even finding a relationship or even success or abundance. It's not about that. It's about our growth. And so of course we're going to have to be like challenged. Hey Cheryl. I'm going to see the bigger picture. It's about our growth. Says the giraffe. Also seeing the bigger picture as well, like that story that I just told you. Do you do that too? When people have got like stuff going on, does your mind go to it being about you? It's like, what have I done? Why have I caused this? You know, that comes from trauma, doesn't it? That comes from like, that's my family upbringing. That someone blaming it on me. They're in a shitty mood because they've got a shitty life and they're a shitty person, and then they blame me for it. It was never my responsibility. But I certainly took that on and then started doing that myself. You've not missed it, Cheryl. Still here. Right, but you've missed a lot of it. Yeah, you have missed a lot of it. But there's always the replay. Thank you, Tracy. You got a question, Tracy? Thanks for your donation. We've got the koi fish spirit. There's always enough. You are enough, and there's always enough as well. Plenty of experiences. We never hit brick walls. We might feel like we're tied down and stuff like that, but there are never brick walls. There's always plenty. Like the universe has got like 1,000,001 ways to bring to us what we next need for our growth. Seeing that bigger picture. It's quite tight, this one. There's always enough. That's what makes this planet so great, is that, you know, there's no end of ways that the universe can bring us those lessons. And if we miss one, there'll be another. Self-relationship. Tracy. Relationship reading for Tracy. Didn't last time you asked for one, it didn't talk about relationships at all. Ooh, encouraging you to face a situation. So, yes, asking questions. What's that question that you don't want to ask? Whether you're with someone or not, what's that question that you don't want to ask? You know, that could be someone that really wants a family, but they think that no, say a woman that wants a family, want to have children, but they think that no men want children, and so they daren't bring it up when they first start seeing someone. They're hoping to just kind of, you know, it evolve from there. It's that kind of an energy here. I'm not saying that that's you, but there's something to face here. You're being encouraged to face that situation. The one thing that you don't want to say needs to be said because it's important to you, but you don't want to say it. So why don't you want to say it? Because you believe it's going to close down the situation. Well, great. In that situation, someone's going on dates. They really want to have children. She says to them, really want to have children. And then they say, I'm just going to go to the bathroom, and then they never come back. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? Because then you're getting rid of those ones that aren't, that don't want families, that don't want kids. So yeah, you've been encouraged to face a situation, to say the thing that you really don't want to say. Da, da, da. So if you're single, I don't know what your situation is, but if you're single, ready to mingle, and it's not happening, it could be because you're not prepared to say the thing that you need to say. So the universe is like, she wants to go on a date, but she's still not prepared to say that thing, so we can't. We just got to keep on throwing duds at her. Could be that. Ah! Simply take the risk. That's confirmation. You need to say it. Are you with someone? Or is it this dating scenario? How interesting. You got to be willing to say it. Just simply take the risk. Sometimes we're scared, and we're scared of rejection or abandonment or whatever, but it's, if we say what it is that we want and then they're not prepared to do it, or that's not what they want, then it's a good thing that we find out straight away. And that they abandon us, because we should abandon them. Kind of. Complicated, isn't it? What's the question? Can you share it with us? What's the question you're asking? I was brave. I asked the question. And I didn't get the answer that I wanted. I got a yes back from that, and I wanted it to be a no, but I knew deep down that it was a yes. My question was, are you married? Yes. Of course you are. Hummingbird Spirit says, be here now. Be here now. Be in the moment now. There's always enough. See the bigger picture. It's about our growth, so there will be challenges, and be here now. Trust yourself to go with the flow in the situations you find yourself in. Oh, a lot of things, right? We're really not saying a lot then. You must have a lot of fear then stopping you from saying those things. What's the count, Timothy? How long to go? There you go, Tracy. Scary. But sweet results. Oh. Sweet results await, says the bee. If we do this. It's a purpley energy over there. Let's get some colour, a bit more colour out. All of this, just purple. This. I have this rack tilted so it's kind of aiming toward the camera. Every time the cleaners come in, they straighten it up. Try and put it straight like that, and I've got to put it back. You're welcome. Oh, never-ending story. I think we go from one never-ending story to another. Maybe no, it's the never-ending story. It's the same thing over and over again. Expecting the same thing over and over again. Not expecting change. But why? Why don't we expect change when we change so much? When we work on ourselves and we change so much, we should expect change. Of course. We change so much. Of course we should expect change, yet we don't. We're like, yeah, but I'm the only one that's changing. No one else is. So, therefore, I'm going to have the same experience again. But how is that even possible if you've changed? Yeah. That masculine energy of the, yeah. It's yang energy, but I'm getting the receptivity for this. So, as I just said, if you've changed, then you should expect change, right? Different circumstances to come about. You're in a different energy. You're going to approach things differently, and so I absolutely should expect change from other people too, of how they come at you, if you're a different energy. And so then what you're given, you need to be receptive to that, open and receptive to change. I don't know how to explain this. So then what you're attracting will be different. It's like abusers will always be abusers, right? But once I'd had counseling and once I'd learned how to empower myself with role playing and stuff like that and be in control of those situations, no longer be susceptible to being scapegoated by them, blamed by them, abused by them. Once I changed my energy, then they were scared of me. Then they came at me differently. They didn't change. They're still abusers, right? But the way that they interacted with me changed. So the energy that I was given then was very different. And that's what I'm getting from this card is then what you're given is actually different energies. What you receive is, but you need to receive that. You need to be open to receive that and not be saying this never-ending story. Yeah, it ruins it, doesn't it? I know, and I hate it. I hate that I'm like, I seem to be stuck in it too. It's always that you're married. Yes, you are. Well, what the hell are you doing? Making advances on me then? I'm not some kind of married man's toy. I think, I don't know, that could be another story I've got too. But when you're attractive, and I know I am, and I get hit on like constantly, and it's just annoying because it's not real. And it's like, yeah, I'm good looking, but that doesn't mean I'm a married man's toy or that I appreciate being hit on just, random people. So maybe that's another story that I've got going. Come to the edge and go the distance. Come to the edge and then go the distance. Wow. So we've got some risks to take here. But balanced risks after learning about something in ourselves, after coming through that transition, then we've got another transition out of the transition stage to make. It's coming out of the waiting room, but then and taking a risk, but also being prepared to go the distance, stick it out. Why? Because it's all about our learning. See the big picture? It's all about our learning. And so we need to be like, we need to realize that it's all about our learning. So of course there's going to be new challenges. There's going to be more challenges. Let's come to the edge and then go the distance. So we have a risk to take here. There we go. Thanks everyone for coming along. Have a great weekend. I want to get some sun today. I'm going to do the pick card reading and then I'm going to go out by the pool and hopefully it doesn't start raining when I do that. Or when I want to do that. It's looking good so far, but then it does in rainy season. And then it just starts pouring down. And it's all hit and miss. We can't tell because we're on this small island. It might go past us. It might come directly over the top of us. You just never know. You're welcome, Penny. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for everyone's donations as well, for those that did. And have a great weekend. Check out my pick a card read, which will be up tomorrow night. And I'll see you all on Monday. Let's do it all over again on Monday. Have a good one. Bye. And join our Facebook group if you're not in it already. There's the link to it.